not the, like, people bite their nails. So like on Shabbos, people allowed to bite their nails. But over here, he's not talking exactly about the nail. He's talking over here, many times there's like skin around the nails, and the people want to remove it, Sometimes it's a loose piece, So he says, tzitzin means little strips. Shehein kimin ritzuas dakas, the small, very thin strips. Shapirshu me'oy ha'amtsari savav atzipayden, that they became detached from around the nail. Also, sidon, you're not allowed to remove them. Ben bekli, ben biyad, and ben bishinayim. You can't do it either with your hand to pull it off, or
nail clipper,
or a kli, a nail clip or something, or to bite it off. A lot of people that they bite their nails. So this is how it's going to go about the skin. Vitzipayden shenifresh rubay, a nail that it became detached. And v'korev lihinotek u'mitzarei, it feels very uncomfortable. So then, mutar hasirei biyad avalei b'kli. You ought to like bite it off, so to pull it off. The imre pirish rubay. That's how it's got to go on, that most of the nail is detached, so you don't feel comfortable with it. But if just they got a little bit detached, is also asirai afilu biyad. With a keli about the glish, you're not allowed. But afilu biyad, you're also not allowed. Also, this for L'Techa Chaimitz, Sham Mashkin, Sheyishavu Gamken Chaimitz. In other words,
pay, no, Siman pay, Siman pay. Oh, Siman.
Oh, we got the right over this. He says you're not allowed to, in other words, make vinegar on Shabbos. Basa shalei nimuch. This we're going to read before. Okay. He said basa shalei nimuch v'chal yom shlishi shalei b'Shabbos.
72 hours.
There's a din by the meat. So we know that you have to soak the meat and you have to salt the meat. I explained last time when we were learning already that Amol Gezeiten, the butcher used to kasher the chickens or the meat. Today it all comes already it's what they call eviscerated chicken. What's it, eviscerated? Eviscerated means that it's already cleaned off, that the feathers are cleaned off, and they are also kasher. Why do they do it as a? Because two reasons. Number one, not every woman knows how to kasher, knows anything, and they don't teach it. I once told the story already. It was B'didi Havayuvda, that my first children were girls. So my wife came from Israel. When she was living in Israel, over there, the women kasher the chickens, So she knew how to kasher the chicken and everything. But I said, and when we buy chicken in the store, so it's already came all done. So we made out that on Erev Yom Kippur, when we go to Kaporos, we'll take home the chickens. A lot of people used to give it away, for the collector. So we'll take home the chicken and we'll kasher it, because I wanted my daughters to see how you kasher chicken. The Weile, on Erev Yom Kippur, there's a minhag to go to the mikveh 3 times. One time you go before davening. Usually before davening is after the kaparas, because the kaparas was about 5 o'clock in the morning. So when you finish the kapara, then you went to the mikveh and you daven. And then later you went again in the afternoon before mincha, and then you went before kol nidre. So we brought home the chickens, and my wife started preparing them. And I went to the mikveh, I went to daven. When I came home, she says to me, there's a shag on the chicken. Well, she knew already from her mother so she gave me the chicken, wrapped up, and I went to Rabbi Dvorkin. Come into Rabbi Dvorkin. He says, what did you come? What do you want? So I say, I told him the story that what we do, and we had a shayla. My wife said, there's a shayla on the chicken. He says, it's not kosher. So I said to him,
You didn't even look at it.
I said, the Robert, I feel cook it on. Wie kennt es sagen, it's not kosher? He says, first verstehst du. You told me a story that your wife soaked the chickens, then she salted the chickens, and there's one chicken that, while salting, she realized that there's a problem. And you wrap the chicken in aluminum foil, and you're carrying it here. Look at us in a keli sheina menukov.
Oh, it was still salted.
Yeah, if it's salted, you have to put it on a drain board that it should drain down. And over here, it's laying in a keli sheina menukov, so it's not kosher.
He saw that. Right?
Yeah.
Because the blood goes back in.
Yeah, it can't go out. It has to be able to drip out. So I explained the last time, am all gezeiten, there were Schlachthäuser here in New York. Over there where they have the Barclay Center. You know, there was railroad tracks running over there.
Yeah,
There was a Schlachthäuser in that neighborhood. That's why they had the tracks and everything. Then later, it was gehabt that you can't raise cows in the Midwest and bring them with a truck to New York, because it would be much cheaper to shecht in New York, because on a truck, that if you want to bring the cows, there's a shachters here, the cows has to stand and need space. So you can't put one cow on top of another. So, but if you bring from geschacht and already everything was done already, you could pack up the truck till the end, till the top. So when they used to bring meat from the Midwest, when they didn't shecht here already, but when there were a lot of our show, there was a shachters in New Jersey, the ShopRite. ShopRite was a New Jersey company, and the owner of Schachter had a Schachters. It was a Lubavitcher Schachter, but so the truck that came with the meat would come through Buffalo, would stop in Buffalo, and someone would get up on the truck with a hose and hose down the meat, because otherwise, till it reached the butcher, until the butcher would get around the kasher, the 3 days will pass away. Now, when it's 3 days not washed, it's called basar sheshor gimel yom v'loy molicha. It's not treif, but you can't eat it cooked. You could only do tzili. You can only do roast, because the roasting takes out the blood. So they figured out later, people at Tinus, that the truck came so packed with meat that you'd have to pour to get through to all the meat. So they stopped it, and they were salted. So he's saying that what happens if the third day came out on Shabbos? So you want to be able to use the meat in any way. So he's saying that basar shaloi nimlach meat that wasn't salted. V'chal yom shlishi shuloi b'Shabbos. And the third day came out on Shabbos. She'im lo yadichu yehein nesa. It would be also to cook it. Not that it would be also, but to cook it would be also. So yesh yadichu ayidei akum. So then you could have a guy soak it.
So washing it is enough?
Yeah. Well, not that you have to. What's the idea of salting the meat? First you soak the meat and then you salt it. What's the idea? The idea of the soaking is that it should become